Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Vinfen Daily Check-In. I'm so glad that you've joined us today. Today's Monday, July 6th. I hope that everybody out there had a wonderful July 4th weekend, that you're able to celebrate responsibly and safe and have a great time. Today's weather is going to be a high of 72 degrees and partly sunny, partly cloudy. It's going to be a beautiful day out there, so I hope that you can get outside and enjoy it. Well, our Zoom group for today is going to be about healthy living. It's going to be at 1 o'clock. So every day at 1 o'clock from Monday through Friday, we also have a Zoom group, and today is going to be about healthy living. I hope that you're able to join us. We've been having an amazing time, been meeting some new friends and getting to know each other. It's been amazing. Now, I also want to let everybody know that last week, I believe on Wednesday, Governor Baker announced that we would be starting phase 3 of the Reopening Massachusetts plan. So we are now starting today, Monday, July 6th, we're going to be in phase 3 of the governor's reopening plan to reopen Massachusetts. Now, in a couple of days, I'll explain what that all means, because it's a lot of information to take in and to try to understand for me as well. So we are going to be in phase 3, and we're going to talk about that probably on Wednesday of this week. Let's get into our video for today, Monday's video. Now, we've been talking on our Zoom groups, and I've heard a couple of you guys out there have been loving gardening this summer. So we have a gardening video coming up from Mary, who's a nurse at Weymouth.
Mary in Weymouth on an absolutely perfect day, and today we're going to talk about container gardening. Lots of people want to garden, but they can't because they don't have a yard at all, or they don't have a sunny spot. And something you can do is buy a planter and have a container garden. And one way that looks really nice is if you have 3 different types of plants. You have something viney in the front, so that looks nice, that kind of drapes down. Then you have your filler plants. We're using pink and white and burgundy to fill in this space. And then in the back you have a tall plant that ends up looking really nice and gives it some nice balance. So how did we get there? Let me show you. Stop. Okay, so here we are with our planter, our container garden. We have a brand new container garden soil in here, so it's got a lot of what the plants need. And easy peasy, we have our new plants out of the pot that we brought them home from the store in. We just pop them into this nice loose soil, pack them down nice and firm. And there's the front that we talked about that's going to kind of vine down the front. We have our tall plants in the back, and we'll just pop these in. Continuing on with planting this container, and the most important thing that I want to mention about a container garden is for our friends who might need to be getting up to the plants in a walker or a wheelchair. They're not comfortable kneeling, they're not comfortable bending over, all those things that can be kind of a more strenuous part of gardening. And having a raised container helps a lot with those concerns. You can just kind of pull on up and do what you need to do, whether you're watering or planting. No worries about your knees, your back, or not being strong enough to stand here for a long period of time. So lots of good reasons to consider having a planter, a container garden. And I'll just continue on with my planting, and we are going to be enjoying this all summer long. Have fun, bye.
That was awesome. Thank you, Mary, for that. Mary has been doing so many great gardening videos for us, and we've learned so much from them, so I really appreciate it. I know who I'm going to if I have any gardening tips, so thank you for that, Mary. Now, that brings us to today's COVID time capsule question of the day. We always like to ask a question of you guys out there for our time capsule question of the day, and we love to see how you're doing and what's going on in your lives. So on Mondays, we always like to ask a check-in question. How was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's 4th of July weekend? I hope that you're able to celebrate responsibly, safely, have fun. Let us know. Let me know how you're doing and what's going on in your lives. I love hearing from you. Our email is dayservices@vinfen.org. Well, that brings us to the end of today's Monday Daily Vinfen Check-In, and I hope you enjoyed it. As you know, we always like to link to an activity that we can all participate in together. And today's activity we're going to do is, I think, going to be the Zoom group that we're having at 1 p.m. Now, these Zoom groups have been a ton of fun, like I mentioned, and I really hope that you're able to join us. Today's going to be about healthy living, and if you need the information on how to get into these Zoom groups, give us an email, dayservices@vinfen.org. We'd love to send you the flyer. We've been doing a flyer every single week for these groups so you know what's coming up. I hope that you have a wonderful day out there. I hope that you're able to enjoy this weather. Stay safe and healthy, everybody. We're thinking of you. We can't wait to talk to you again. And as I always say, see you later.